The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it.
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired it absolutely good. Here's Murray from midfield. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be feeling fortunate here. They took that safety on the game's first drive, but their defense was able to hold strong on the ensuing possession. So now they take over, down 2-0. 1st and 10. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Watson. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Murray off play action. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4.
for. That's going to bring up third down.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's out to the flat for Ingram. They'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Watson off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The
Browns at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Strong effort by Cameron Thomas to get there and stop him before he could even get to the line of scrimmage. Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Matt Ioannidis bullying his way in and sticking him to the turf. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A give running right is Chubb. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw is Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. York able to send this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Mack. There he goes, left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Ingram again. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well. And he just provided one.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch,
touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
Watson changing the play. On 2nd and 10, Watson shoves him aside. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, Dortch. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Buda Baker with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 77 yards. And the Browns
deficit here in the final minute of the third. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for two. They'll look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a two-point conversion, and that makes this a one-point game now. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So wipe away the big yardage as they say he set foot out of bounds during his route.
And we talk a lot about using the sideline as another defender. I used to get that a lot from my college head coach, Johnny Majors. Use Sammy sideline, as he called it. Force the receiver out of bounds. Your job's essentially done for you.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Back to throw, Watson. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Murray going to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third, Watson. And now another one thrown incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On the counter, Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing the football is not as sharp as he was last week. He was over 70% right now. He's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 1st and 10.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here's 2nd down. They run the option on 2nd down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Good job there defensively in stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns have just about summed up this football game. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, easy.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Browns use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
That's pulled in by Wilson. He's to the 15, and all the way down to the 5. Here's 1st and goal.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
To throw is Murray. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.